Right, yeah, I'm doing that. Right, hello everyone, Lee Ashby here, Motocross Memories Worldwide, and I will introduce this man. Obviously, it doesn't need any introduction, but I will give him the introduction. I'm here with 1979 500cc world champion, an absolute British motocross legend, idol, you name it, he's that man. I'm here with the man himself, Mr. Graham Noyce. How you doing, Graham?
Very well, thank you. Good evening, everybody. How you doing, right? All good.
Really appreciate you allowing me to come here today to be able to speak to you. It's an absolute honour and privilege to be able to speak to a legend like yourself.
No problem at all. That's right. You're more than welcome any time.
Right, so I will start off with a couple of questions, and then the guys, if they want to come in, they can start. They're already coming in thick and fast. Warren Edwards. I remember Warren, I've already done his interview. Colin Thomas, the old Kawasaki mechanic from 4P, I remember. They're all coming in thick and fast already. Right then, so I'll ask a couple of questions, get it going, and then if people want to ask live, they can. So, here we go. What was your favourite track as a schoolboy, and then in your pro career, venue, and why?
Schoolboy?
Yeah.
Atworth.
Yep.
In down the West Country.
Okay.
The schoolboy track, or Boundary Lane in Ringwood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were two good ones. But I mean, the West Country was. I mean, we had a lot of good times down there. And Mike Church, Martin Davis, Martin Coleman. I mean, all Mike Church. I mean, some fantastic friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike was there all the time. I mean, it was a brilliant time. Fantastic.
What about pro career? Favourite track, venue?
Sittendorf, Austria.
Yeah. What did you like about that place?
It was difficult.
Yeah. Was that quite natural?
Very, 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 very natural. But
yeah,
it was like up and down. It was very difficult, but that was right.
Okay.
Very good track.
Cool. What riders did you look up to when you were young and idolise when you were young, and why?
I look up to.
Yeah.
Robert.
Yeah. Joe Robert. Yeah.
Joe was on the toes. I mean, he was a fantastic man. I mean, Roger, obviously, I mean, he was there, but no. I mean, Joel Robert. I mean, Joel Robert and Roger. I mean, they're fantastic people. So
yeah.
What more can you say? I mean, but there again, I mean, then you got the Swedish side. I mean, Annie Crane. I mean, you've got Ben Arberg. I mean, fantastic riders.
Yeah.
And also very, very good people that can do everything on the motorcycle.
Yeah, sure. Who do you feel was your closest rivals in your pro career, and who did you enjoy racing with the most, and why? Obviously, you had a lot of rivals, but
everybody on the start line, obviously. But
yeah.
There's 40 points start, but I mean, Harkin was absolutely immense.
Colquist, yeah.
Harkin was absolutely brilliant to ride against. I mean, we had some fantastic races, and you knew. I mean, we wouldn't do this. I mean, we were just there to race, and that was it. So we weren't messing about. We rode very, very hard. In hockey, obviously. I mean, Brad. I mean, we come into it. I mean, but
is that Brad Lakey?
Brad Lakey, of course, yes. I mean, Brad was always there. I mean, hockey was fantastic. I mean, there's so many people there.
Stacked up, yeah.
I mean, you've got like Jack Van Vanderven, Ivan Vanderbroek. I mean,
yeah.
Gerard Rond. I mean, there are so many people that could win a Grand Prix. It was unbelievable.
They were sort of like classed as like back then, it was proper gladiator stuff.
Well, you couldn't say who's going to win this race on the start line. I mean, you could say like, who's your biggest rival? I would say everyone on the start line.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
They were. I mean,
yeah.
It's as simple as that. I mean, it was fantastic, but as a shame that when Harkin broke his wrist in '81, but I mean, we were having a fantastic year, and he went wrong for him. That was very, very difficult, but no, we had a great time.
Quite a few people coming on saying absolute legend. Lee, get closer to him. Said social distances, lads, as well. So get close to him. I said, yeah, exactly that. Right. I've put the next one was, what was your favourite race bike stroke team you rode for during your career, and why?
Well, that's difficult. I mean, you got. I mean, I rode for, obviously for Mako.
Yeah.
And they. I mean, sort of big. Let's start from the start. I mean, I went and worked. And rode for Rickman Engineering, right in New Mill.
Yep.
Don and Derek, and fantastic people. So, I mean, they put me on the pedestal, right? So, they were absolutely brilliant. So, That's fantastic. So you've got Rickman Engineering, so they're fantastic. Then obviously I went to Mako, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
And they were so silly. I mean, in '76 we were leading the World Championship. And I blew 2 base gaskets in Finland and Italy. Otherwise I would have won the championship. But they just didn't follow up. But no, it's a shame. But then obviously in the end, Honda. So, I mean,
what did that shape up like to the Mako bike? What was the differences?
Well, it was the first year. Funny enough, on the Honda was a really, really bad year. I went through 4 mechanics. And they couldn't keep it together. I mean, the chain was coming off, this was coming off, that was coming off, and it wasn't good. Right? I mean, I even said to my mum, in the mirror, I said, I'm going to buy a Mako. I said, forget this. I said, I'm going to go back. I said, I'm going to buy a Mako. So that's it, done, dusted. I said, it wasn't working out. I mean, but then we started off with another mechanic in '79 and bango. Well, it all went right. So, but it was a shame, but from '76 onwards, I was definitely was on my toes, but there you go.
Someone's just put up on there, my friend Mikey Whitewick, he's been worked for Steve Dixon and stuff and worked for a lot of good guys. He's put, what's his view on the current state of modern motocross? Ooh.
How long you got?
As long as you want to give me, Graham.
You're in a fucking long time. The state of it, well, it's a circus.
Yeah.
And it's very, very disappointing for the riders now when they've got to go down and ride that rubbish.
Yeah.
I mean, how the hell can they do that? I mean, when they're professional riders, right? And they can do all sorts of road bike. I mean, they can do all sorts of funny things, stupid things, but then they've got these 21 jumps around the track. Why? I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you're supposed to get the thing on the ground.
Yeah.
Right? Jeff Smith said many years ago, said, get the thing on the ground, you're going quick.
Yeah.
I remember reading that, so there's nothing wrong with that, but no, they're just ridiculous. Now, I can't understand why they have to do that.
It's gone. Do you think it's gone too far with the whole jumps? It's like a supercross outdoors. Do you think now motocross is?
Well, it's a circus. I mean, but the problem is obviously I mean, you can't get the big trucks into the track, so they've got to use a bigger track, and so what can they do? I mean, they got 4 mile long truck to get in a poxy old track. They can't do it. I mean, Sittendorf was a beautiful track, but they wouldn't get those trucks in there now. Yeah, so it's ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, it's gone completely wrong. Yeah. Unfortunately, the poor rider's got to ride it. I feel very sorry for him.
Yeah. What about some of these tracks that have been lost now? Obviously, some famous tracks.
Oh yeah,
Payern. That was great, wasn't it? That should be the first sort of round, wasn't it? Of Switzerland. Switzerland, was it?
Payern or Austria, sitting over the first ones.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, I remember watching videos of that. Super.
I mean, me and Harkin had some good races there.
Yeah.
I mean, a very, very nice man, and we had a brilliant time. Brad, I mean, obviously was when we done all our homework in the start of the year. I mean, we done, like say, from January onwards, like we practiced in Belgium, Holland. We done all the big internationals. They were good. They were very, very good. I mean, nothing was easy. Yeah. I mean, everything was like Grand Prix Belgium. Yeah. You went practicing during the week on Wednesday. Yeah. There's Harkin. There's Roger.
Rocking up, Roger Costa. Yeah.
Jesus, I mean, not a Grand Prix. You go, hang on a minute, what are we doing?
He's put, Chris Phillips has put Foxhill or Matterley. Have you been to the Matterley base and the GP that they ride in at the moment, the British one? Have you been there? Yeah, what do you think of that?
Matterley, definitely.
Yeah? What did you think of Foxhill? That's a personal one for me.
Well, yeah. Well,
you could be true. You could be true.
Well, the truth is, I mean, when they, I'll tell you something now.
Yeah, go on.
When the first they run Foxhills, right? I was there, and it went up the left-hand side, and you come down, and you turn a hard camber, right? Yeah. And that hard job to get back up. Yeah. The other side, right? Yeah. But then they get in the dozers, they do this, they do that. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Leave it as it is. Yeah. I mean, now it's like, it's not a motorway. Yeah. Forget it. Yeah. I mean, Matterley is one of the best tracks that is on the Grand Prix scene now. Yeah. And it's not the best, but it is good. But you can, I mean, they can make it a lot better. But I mean, at least you got some. I mean, if you want to go out wide and come back and cut across the ruts, you can, right? But they don't do it. I don't understand, but they could do.
Obviously, like tracks like, I know they obviously use it for the vet stuff now and stuff as well, like Farley, but I can't see a track like that being used in the current way with the VIP trucks and all that sort of thing.
You wouldn't get a traction, would you?
Nah.
I mean, that's the problem. I mean, yes, Like Farley's, Hawkstone's fantastic. But we've got some, Language, the old beautiful track.
Language,
We've got
yeah.
some fantastic tracks here, but you can't get the trucks in, so what's the point? No good.
Yeah, not ideal, is it?
Yeah.
I've got, my other question I had was, what was your favourite race number? And was there a specific reason for wanting and using it? And how did it actually come about, even as a youngster?
It would have been number 4, Jeff Smith's old number, obviously, but I couldn't get the schoolboys. Actually, I rode with number 103.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, rode with that, and it wasn't a problem. We just stuck with it.
Yeah.
But, I'd like to ride with number 4, but with Jeff's good number. No, but, that was all good. I haven't really got a personal number.
Yeah.
What they give you. So, obviously, but number 28 was the number which I did win at Farley on that year. So, it's got a lot of photographs and everything else, which I do like the number. But that was that Stuart Miller's old number, which is a fantastic man. So, no, brilliant.
Okay, cool. What track or venue did you not like racing at, and why?
No, not like racing at.
Yeah, did you not? As a track or venue you didn't like going to? Did you think no, there was nothing? You just got on with it.
Yeah. You're paid to get to
do a job.
So off you go, you got to do the job. But no, nothing at all. No. But you adjust your style, you adjust your everything else to that track. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You just think I don't want it, you do it.
That's the attitude. What was your favourite racing gear that you wore during your career, and why? I've seen a few adverts. I've seen a few of your old adverts.
Who paid with the most money?
Yeah, exactly.
That's very bad to say. You've got I obviously raced with Fox, but Jeff Fox, a fantastic man. There's a big story behind that. Obviously, I was using Fox, and then I broke my leg. In 80. So. And I was on a lot. Seriously, a lot of money. I rang Jeff up. I said, Jeff, I'm sorry. I said, I broke my leg. I said, stop the money. I said, I don't want it. I said, forget that. I said, forget all the posts. He said, no, Graham. He said, appreciate that. He said, bring back. He said, but no. He said, I've got that, all the advertising done. He said, you can't keep paying it, right? So,
fair play.
Fantastic. Fox, yes. Yoko was, but Cindy Sallow, Rayo was a fantastic man. I've raced for a lot of people. And rode for a lot of people, but you just got to treat people very nicely. But that's all good.
Yeah, that was cool. Did you have any superstitions in your racing days? Anything you specifically had to do on race days, or to be ready, or any superstitions of any sort?
No, I didn't when I got pissed off.
That was your competitiveness, obviously.
Well, no, I didn't.
Did you have any weird little things?
Really, no.
A lot of people have a lot of weird things, but so you were just no.
I was there to win, that was it.
Seems to consume quite a lot of people. I've noticed that some of the stuff they do, it must be like draining.
I can't understand that.
It's madness.
I was there just to win, and that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't win, I was really annoyed, but...
Yeah. That's cool. Where did you race as a schoolboy rider, and the details about them?
My first race ever was at the Reading Schoolboy Club.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Davis obviously was he was the club chairman, I think, at the time. I don't remember forgetting that. But then we had 3 races up there. I had three third places on the first schoolboy race, so that was it. But then I joined the schoolboy club at Corsham.
Corsham,
yeah.
Great day, yeah.
Of course, I met with Neil, a very good friend of mine. So we had some great races together.
Yeah.
Fantastic man, and still talk to him now, right? Yeah. Fantastic man, and they have great admiration for the man. We've come up from down here, so we've tried to give you the best. So if we haven't done them, do apologise, but then we've done them.
That's right. Was it BSMA schoolboys then when you raced as a kid? Was that?
No, it was ACU.
It's ACU. So sort of a bit missed all that part of it then.
No, it's right, but that Barry Palm was in a Mike Church. You had some fantastic guys down there. We were at Burton, I think it was, and Mike just stood around each other with a tractor and a trailer, right? His bike was tied to the old trailer.
Right? Oh yeah.
And the old seat was right up a bit better than where, but Mike took off and beat us all. What a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
The racing was fantastic.
Yeah, it was all about the racing then.
Great emotion for them guys did.
Cool. Right, what have I got here? Do you still ride at all now? And if so, what bikes do you currently have or ride?
That's a very, very tricky one. No, well, I was going to have one more year this year.
Yeah.
And have a look. Oh, yes, I have got a Honda.
Okay.
Yeah, no disrespect to Bill, because I mean, Bill's been fantastic to me. Helped me with the Mako stuff and everything else. But
yeah, Bill Brown.
yeah, Bill Brown, obviously. But no, fantastic. Thank you very much. But no, I've got a Honda at the moment. But
Okay.
we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah.
And see how we go.
Yeah, cool. When did you finish your competitive racing and why?
I haven't. I'm sorry to know. I mean,
I love that.
Every time I go to the start line, I do apologise.
Yeah.
But his mum goes, "Have fun." The girl's going, "Have fun."
It don't work,
sorry.
does it?
When you put the helmet on, if you get in the way, I'm trying to win, right?
I love
sorry,
that. I love that. Yeah.
You can't help it.
Yeah, I can't even let my girls win bowling. Do you know what I mean?
No, there you go.
It's just if you're in here, it's not, isn't it? Competitiveness all the way. What other sports do you enjoy watching or even doing?
Watching? Nothing really.
No.
No.
Do you watch any of the football or anything?
Well, yeah, I watch the football now and again.
Bit of football,
I mean,
yes.
I give my son's involved, but he loves Liverpool. But
Yeah.
I used to play golf sometimes, but not
Yeah.
really. Not
Do you
really.
even watch the GP guys now, or do you watch any of that stuff, or the Supercross stuff, American stuff, or anything?
Yeah, you watch the Supercross stuff a little bit. I mean, but Eli, I mean, he's a fantastic. Tarek's a fantastic.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He just seems so laid back. I mean,
Yeah.
he could do so much more, but
Yeah.
no, I think there's a lot more there. I mean, but no, it's all good.
Cool. What was your most memorable meeting or race you've enjoyed the most, and why does it stick in the memory even to this day? Bet there's a few of them.
There's loads. I mean, seriously, there's loads. I mean, but
Go on.
the one that really does stick. I mean, I mean, not because I beat the man, but I mean because the man was my best friend back in Carglass, right?
Yeah.
Was in Austria in Sittendorf, and I did pull back 40 seconds on him, right? But I was just a one-off. I just had a certain line that was very, very quick.
Yeah.
And I did. But I mean, there's loads. I mean, even Dave. I mean, Dave thought. I mean, we had a race up at Petersfield, the Langley, right?
Petersfield, yeah.
Dave wouldn't know this. I mean, he was the last big downhill before the big uphill. I mean, I had a bad start. I come from about 15th. I don't know. I come from nowhere, but and I was a lot quicker down the big hill before the uphill, right? So,
yeah.
And it got to the last lap. I passed him on the last two jumps down on the right hand side, but then on the left hand bend, he went inside of me and passed me again. I thought, well, they're in the veranda, and I thought, hang on a minute. So, because I knew I couldn't leave the last bit down that uphill because he used my line. So you've got to think ahead all the time.
Yeah.
And,
set up. Yeah.
And I thought, right, what we'll do. So now I tried to go around the outside of him, right, which I've done well.
Yeah.
And then people obviously were leaned over with a fence, and then I got my knuckles and I went in over and around. But no, there's races, but there's stuff. I mean, the best one ever was in Belgium, where with Roger
Da Costa,
and,
yeah.
where they had it was such a bumpy track, and where they put the ropes around the trees, right? You got Ivan Vandenbroek, Wellings there. You've got all these guys there. I mean, they are very, very quick.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Harry Evans there. You got Evan Boven. You got Roger there, and they've done like two heats and then a big final. So
Okay.
I thought, okay, and I was feeling good at the time. I thought, right. So anyway, so then the final, Raymond Heron led it. I think even Vandenbroek was second, and I was third. Anyway, I did pass them, right? So, but then it's like half hour or 40 minutes, whatever. So anyway, and I got the board. I knew Roger was coming, right? I knew this is so funny. I knew Roger was coming. But as you went from this last big corner onto the start straight, I was using all the bumpy stuff on the inside, right?
Yeah.
But Roger was going out wide and sweeping round, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, no way. So the two lap board came out and said, right, okay, and I was just pinning it and giving it everything I had. And then, right, so last lap, I've gone round there and I knew he was there and he was trying to come round the outside, right? So anyway, I was in such a tank stab, right? I went up to him, the guy stood up with a checkered flag, I picked him up as well on the handlebars. So, everything.
Yeah, but as long as you got over that.
Hard luck, mate. I was
Yeah.
one. Solid.
Yeah, run the chicken flicker.
It was just the way it
That's
was.
brilliant.
So
Yeah,
I passed. I just took the guy on the hand and brought him with a flag, and then he goes, "Jesus Christ!" I said, "Well," I said, "Get off." I said, "Well, that's it." Then afterwards, Roger said, "You've arrived."
Did he?
I said, "Thank you very much."
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yes.
Fair
That's
play
very
to him.
true. Mhm.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was good. That's when we were getting the money. I said, "Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do." Very true. What Roger said. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
That was back in 75, 75.
So that was a real cool memory.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah, for him to say that after the race and stuff like that
Yeah,
as
he
well.
did, yeah,
Yeah,
but-
that was nice.
Yeah, no problem. No, look, I mean, you do your bit.
Yeah.
You can't no more. So
Yeah.
they said you've arrived. So thank you. So that's what I'm trying to do. I said I don't know a flag man is. Maybe around the corner.
He's down the road a bit. That's brilliant. Right, I've got a question here. Who were your best mates during your racing career, and do you still keep in contact with them?
All of them. I mean, everybody I race against, I'm mates. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could reel off a list and list and list
Yeah,
and list.
yeah.
And list. I mean, you've got from all the riders over in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fantastic friends of mine.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and then I mean, you've got all the riders across the world. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I still speak to Brad. I mean, Laurie was talking to Dennis Lloyd, a very good friend of mine, obviously.
Yeah.
The other day and said how's Graham, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm still trying to keep in touch. I mean, I don't keep in touch with something much with hockey, but fantastic man. Of course, poor old
Yeah.
Hagen's gone now.
Yeah.
Eric's gone, but
Yeah, it's crazy.
no, very very bad.
Yeah.
So yes, we're getting a bit short on people, but not many of us left.
No. Was there any specific British guys you got on with more than others?
No, well, no, not really. I mean, well, Neil, obviously.
Neil has,
Neil,
another legend.
Neil, we come from nowhere, so
Yeah.
and Neil, I mean, he is what he is, and Neil was just one of the best mates. So simple as that. I mean,
Yeah.
he can ride a motorcycle,
Yeah.
and I can ride a motorcycle. We had some great races, so
Yeah.
it's always been good.
Bit of camaraderie between the two. Yeah. What do you miss about your competitive racing days? Even though we touched on that, it's not really finished. Right.
What I
Professional
miss?
racing days. What do you miss from the professional racing days?
Well, it's what can I say? It's all the fun. I mean, but no, it's the competition, obviously. I mean, when you're on that start line, I mean, you're there to win. You're not there to mow the lawn. As simple as that.
Yeah.
And we've had some great fun.
Yep.
Had some great riders, but no, it's been a really really fantastic time for me, and I'm glad I was around at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to anybody else like Dave or whatever. People say, well, I mean, Kurt as well. I mean, I remember seeing on Facebook somebody said, "Oh, who was the best between Kurt and myself?" Right?
Yeah.
And Kurt back me. Right? They shouldn't ask those kind of questions.
No, it's different eras. Yeah.
Different answer those questions. I know
Yeah.
Kurt was a fantastic rider,
Yeah.
and he should have won the world championship.
Yeah,
right?
he should have. Yeah, he was unlucky.
Kurt deserved one. Definitely.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
So there you go. That's the way it is. Deserving one or getting one is a different kettle of fish. But
Mr. Greg Hansen has put a message on there saying, "Yeah, get him on the whiskey." I said, I actually have given him the whiskey, but he can enjoy that at a later date. Greg Hansen there.
No.
Where did we put it?
We'll stick with the beer.
Yeah. Stick with the beer for now. That's for another day. I've put, did you have any specific racing regrets from your career? Was there a meeting or a race, or even was there riding a certain bike for a season that you wish you hadn't? No regrets.
No. I mean, what happened? What proceeded? What if you? No, I mean, I broke my leg obviously in 80, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was quick as well, but
Yeah.
so what can you do?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean,
Written in the
if you're in
stars, yeah.
competition,
Yeah.
you're there to win. There's nothing else you can do. You're there on the start line. That's it.
Yeah.
No,
Sometimes these things are going to
no,
happen.
well,
It's real life and all that, isn't it? Okay, cool. This should be interesting. Can you tell us a funny story from your racing days? How long we got?
Exactly. A funny story.
Go on, yeah. I'm sure you could tell hundreds of these.
Yeah, that's why I won't write a book, because I could do, but I know I'm not going to do it. A funny one. Nothing really. Just my whole racing career was very, very funny. So I mean, you just get like people say, Graham, can I come over here the weekend? Go racing.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I said, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know. I said, I'm there to win. It's as simple as that. But I'm sure we'll end up in trouble somewhere along the line. But I said, once we've done racing, I said, then we'll go from there. I said, but 9 times out of 10, something always would happen. But no, what a fantastic time.
Obviously, it's well known and well documented. Obviously, you guys raced hard, proper gladiators, proper men's men back in them days. But obviously, you guys definitely let your hair down as well. Of course, you were like rock stars back then.
No.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've had some fantastic times. You get we did ride hard. Roger, everybody they all rode very hard. There's no messing about. Then we did have a bit of a tear up band again, obviously, but it's all good. I mean, Selvanger boys had this big club in Mull, right?
Okay. Mull, yeah. So.
We were in quite frequent, right? But there's Harry Evans in there, I'm Raymond Boven. I mean, then Harkin come through the door, and then one night, actually, this is a funny story. We're there one night, so Torley Fanson comes in, like a good lad, fantastic friend of mine. So he goes, I don't like the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, I remember it. No, he said, I will. I said, oh, wait a minute. So with that, he picks the guy up, right, and throws him across the bar, and then he hit for the window. I thought, oh dear, never mind. He goes, I'll do it myself. I said, Harkin, I said, sorry, I said, 20, I said, you carry on, right? With that silver came running, he said, and he promised, I said, no, I said, all under control now, no problem at all. No, that's the way it worked.
Yeah.
It was very, very funny.
Do you think, like, obviously the camaraderie between all you guys back then, you raced hard together, next minute you were in a bar together, chilling out. It doesn't, obviously that's not going to happen these days.
No.
These guys, literally, people flip a phone out. You know, if you literally turn the wrong way down the wrong way street, people would know about it 10 seconds later on social media.
No, I mean, we had, I rented a house in Belgium.
Okay.
In Genk, it was fantastic.
Yeah, Genk.
I mean, I had some fantastic friends over there.
Yeah.
But I said that Swedish guys, I mean, the door's always open, so I mean, Harkin. I remember I woke up one morning and there was about 6 vans parked down the road. Right, all the Swedish guys would like come in. When the back door was never locked, so just come in, just got on the sofa, got in the bed, and what they want, so no problem at all, right? No problem, right? We had a fantastic, great time, so no, there was no problem at all.
A lot of trust between you guys back then?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Respect, obviously, a big thing.
Of course, was.
Yeah.
No, we've had some great rides. I mean, you've got to have respect for the riders. I mean, it's not going to happen. We went to in Rosary, I'm not sure, something in France, and Harkin, it was in the Grand Prix, and David won the first race. This is what David won the first race. I won the second race, and David didn't very won the second race. So I was up to the third race, and I thought, well, it's 1,000 francs for that race. So I thought, okay, well, I'd rather go here. So, but Harkin was on his toes as well. So he was leading the third race. So I thought, hang on a minute. So I did pass Harkin. But then the last lap, what are you going to get? So there's Harkin with a clutch in, flat out, down the big hill, right? No, and I knew it. So he's come down the inside, banged it round, gone up the inside and gone. And then there's like 2 jumps, and then there's like big long run before we're going to finish, right? Yeah. And I thought, what? So it was. You could have stuffed it down the inside and chopped him off, right? Think past him, but no, you don't do that, right? So, and he knew that, right? So when we come back, so okay, he won overall, he got the money, but then hey, presto, we're down the pub.
Together enjoying
yourselves. We spent it, wasn't a problem. I mean, no problem.
You both spent it anyway.
No, it's fine. Yeah. We never had no problems.
Great days, great memories. Can you tell us what you were known for in your style of riding racing? If you could use 3 words to sum up your style of racing, what would you say?
The will and desire.
Yeah.
He's got the will to win, so and the desire. He's like, you're going to do it. Right?
Yeah.
And he's got to be aggressive, obviously. But
Yeah.
he's got the will to do, so you're going to do it.
He obviously had massive determination.
Oh yeah.
Which was a big thing. I've put, what do you feel were your strengths when you were competitively racing, and possible weaknesses during your racing days, and why?
Strengths.
What would you think your strengths were?
I was always trying to keep myself fit.
Yeah.
If you're fit, then you've got a good chance, obviously. And mentally, you've got to be strong. You've got to be strong, obviously. There's so many people out there that try and do it the wrong way, but if you don't just keep yourself to yourself, you can do it, right? No problem at all. Mentally is the biggest thing. You know, I mean, you can do it. I mean, we're in the mirror in I think it was 76.
Yeah.
And Brad was on the Suzuki, I was on the Mako, and he was up the inside, he was the best. I had a bad time and train that time. So
Yeah.
Brad was up the inside, about 4 in from the inside, best place on the grass. So, and I knew he was going to get the start. I said, Brad, I said, I'm on the outside of the Mako. I said, but I'm not going to shut the old bird off. So I said, please don't go wide, right? Please don't go wide, because this whole thing will be going well. Right? He said, yeah, he said, okay, I'll do that. I said, no problem, but I don't know where you think he might come a bit, but we got round the corner and we had a good race, but no, you got to trust people.
I've got a load of people saying hello. Obviously, James Millard said hello.
Yeah.
Karen Watley.
Oh, right. Hello.
Yeah, she said hello.
How you darling? How you doing?
What was the chap's name from the TMX? Graham Milne. The Scottish guy.
Right, yeah.
He said I'm the bold
Graham
Scottish.
Milne.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Mr. Milne. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a question for you later on.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, I bet yes.
Yeah, he sent me a picture of you two together at Farley.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of fun times by there. If you could re-race a meeting tomorrow in your full prime, where and what would it be?
Re-race.
If you could re-race something that you really enjoyed that much, where would it be, and why would that be?
No, I mean, every race to me was a fun. I mean, I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being a hypocrite now saying, what do you regret? I mean, yeah, obviously breaking my leg.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could have been another one. Could have been another championship. Yeah.
That was a bad time. I mean, it was so wrong. Because I was going real quick that time. But
Yeah.
It happens. So yeah, I mean, after that, I mean, I come back and we were riding in Genk in Belgium, and Hank Taylor's a very good friend of mine, White Power man, right?
Yeah.
He's brilliant. So I was there, obviously with mechanic Francois Goffin's a fantastic man, I was training. So we had the White Power shop. We were like, giving it. Well, Hank like tuned stuff in his own head, right? He does stuff, right? He does it. He was very, very good.
Yeah.
And he got on the track to stop. I said, why? You're going too fast. I said, Hank, I said, I started hitting my leg and everything else. I don't know, just broke my leg. He said, Graham, he said, seriously, he said, it's going to all go wrong. I said, no. I said, get out of the way. I said, go fine. But no, we were on our toes then, but that was a shame.
Yeah.
Hank was a good man. Well, they all were, obviously, but I mean, all the team I had were fantastic.
Yeah. I
mean, we had a fantastic team. I mean, we had Jeff Goffins, Francois Goffins, obviously fantastic people, and their parents were all brilliant friends of mine. And what a family they were. I mean, and Francois done a fantastic job working on my bike. Jeff, still, it's a shame that Francois is dead now, unfortunately, but they were fantastic people. So, but Belgium, with Sturkers, Langer Joss, people that I didn't really know, but when I went to Belgium, people looked at me and liked me, and we had some fantastic, we had fun. So, Sturkers were on the track in Belgium. He's a Belgian guy with a stick telling me on the money race where the line was. The guy should have been lynched, but he was there. But they got the Grand Prix, and they would do this, they would do that. You went to Switzerland player in 82. Yeah. Real muddy, I think it was.
Was it?
And so, the tracks that we towed in the pits, that's real muddy. But anyway, so France obviously cleaned the bike up, got it perfect, done everything, all ready to go. So I'm going to get on the bike to the pit area, right? No, the Belgian guys, no. So 4 Belgian guys, I said, no, They put 2 bits of wood through each wheel, right? They picked the bike up and carried it to the pit area, right?
Bloody hell.
I said, well, wait a minute. I said, can you carry me as well?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I did win, but well, I had to win. I had to win. I mean, I was very fortunate there.
Someone's put, Georgie Walters has put, what a thoroughly nice guy. I could happily sit here and share a bottle and listen to this story all night.
Hey, whatever you want, whenever you want, to be fantastic.
Right.
Bring a big bottle.
Yeah, bring a big bottle with you. What do you feel was your best achievement in motocross and why?
There's never. I mean, I never really went out to win the world champ. I mean, you just got to win a race, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And even the schoolboy races. I mean, we were at it. I mean, all the time. But I mean, in the schoolboy race, it was so funny because you had there were A, B, and C. I mean, you had like Mike Church, all the boys up the front. I was in B group, so then C was behind us, obviously. But then, I mean, if you were there, like, your bike broke down, you looked round, well, on the starting moment, and then you looked round and said, "Can I borrow your bike?" I mean, you jumped to his back. I mean,
everyone helped each other out.
That was it. I mean, you just didn't bother. I mean, there's nothing. It was just all fun. So, I never really. I mean, when I stuck, I mean, I never. I mean, like Brad, yes, he would have done it. I mean, I know he projected everything, right?
Yeah.
Brad was like, he had a project, everything what he was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, Roger was the same. I mean, Heike was a bit like me. I mean, we just don't win races. I mean, they come off and come off. And they all come together, but no, I think, I mean, seriously, I mean, I feel sorry for him, but Garrett, but he didn't win it because I did, but not being nasty, but no, he was project as well, so was Roger, but no, you just got to enjoy yourself and try and win.
Did you feel that was like your major accomplishment, winning the world title, or was just even being a pro racer back in them days, doing it for a living?
It's more for everybody else, right? I mean that.
Okay, right.
It's more for everybody else because
fans.
For me, riding a motorcycle wasn't a problem, right?
Yeah.
For everybody that put all their effort into what I'd done, I was happy for.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When they put so much into what I'd done, mum and dad obviously, my sisters and everybody else that was involved with me was unbelievable. So, I mean, they helped me out so much, and thank you very much. I mean, what else can I say?
Yeah.
For me, riding a motorcycle was not a problem.
Yeah.
But what they done for me was unbelievable. So,
so it felt good. You felt like you were giving that to that,
And what I was, I remember seeing Dad's face when I won the championship. But hey, what can you say?
That's special, yeah.
No, it's brilliant, but man, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I was more. I mean, okay, we've done it now, and the pressure was off. But it made no difference because then after I broke my leg and all that sort of stuff, but that happened, so no problem. But hey, press okay,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Who were the riders you used to have you always seem to used to have run-ins with all the time, and didn't like them too much, or racing with these or them? Was there any specific guys?
Nobody.
No. Literally everyone was on this.
No. I mean, you've got respect for riders, so they respect you. Right? So if you're going to cause problems, then you're going to get trouble. I mean, no, there's 2 guys I had problems with, but I'm not going to say nothing about that.
Okay.
That's between me and myself. So.
Okay.
But I mean, you don't. In the problem, I mean, there was 2. If it was so funny because there's 2 guys. Gruber, I think was name, but anyway, they used to ride the Grand Prix, but loved the racing, and you can laugh them, right? So when a problem, but I'm not being rude. I'm being big-headed, but I always had like a barbecue or something afterwards in the race. I invite them over, so they used to come over, right? And a barbecue, a few beers. So I was a mate, no problem. So I mean, they'll come out to that. Then they wave me by, don't they? Right? Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Right? Somebody else called my honourable lady goes by. So I'd offer again in front of him, right? So I've got a friend. I didn't.
Obviously, that happened a lot probably back in the day. Always you get to the back markers and then they start racing you when you're like not the best.
We've had some of that stuff, but that don't bother me.
All right, cool. That's fine. If you could give advice to any youngster that's out there now who wants to make it in the pro racing, what would you say to them?
Good luck. No, sorry, that's rude. Now, 1 or 2 stroke.
Yeah.
And
It's back in now, isn't it?
I hope so. 1 or 2 stroke for sure. Those 4 strokes are just not the way to learn running motorcycle. 1 or 2 stroke, you learn one motorcycle, and then get on as rough as track as you can.
Yeah.
And forget all those stupid jumps. I know it's difficult to do because they've got to do it, right? But what else can they do? I know that. I feel sorry for the riders.
Yeah.
I do, because they've got to ride that rubbish. They're better than what the tracks are. It's as simple as that. They're much better, right?
Yeah.
They all are. But they've got to do it because, hey, Prango, the Italian maestro said you got to do it. Why? I don't understand it.
Have you raced a 4-stroke yourself? Are you not a fan of? You're not a fan of them?
Oh, no, there's a very that's
Is this a story?
There's one in course with something. Yes, I have rode it. Yeah.
And?
But, I did a big crash, but
Oh shit!
no, it wasn't a problem.
What did you think of it? Honestly, what did you actually think of the 4-stroke racing it? How different did it feel to a 2-stroke?
No, I didn't. Yeah, it's Kendra Dyker's practice bike, funny enough.
Okay, yeah.
Neil Prince knows exactly what.
Neil Prince.
He knows exactly what happened.
Yeah, go on.
It was. I should have. It was in the Mirror when they done that big reunion thing with all the Grand Prix runners, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you that story in a bit. But
Yeah, go on.
it was fantastic, and it was Friday. It was like for just like the local village guys. Neil was at right. They cut this at the hole, right? And there's a big 3. I don't know if I think it's like a big large jump, right? And Neil and Harry Angel said to me, he said, put your finger out to me, God, so I did, right? But he had already cleared all the jumps, right?
Okay.
And I thought, I don't know. So I've never been sat on a bike. I never even got on it. So
yeah.
Okay, so come in and I just tweaked the handlebars a little bit, right? And that was it. I went out, hit 30, I think at this hole, right? Cleared it, right? No problem at all.
Yeah. Next
one come out, right? And I think I hit 4th, I'm not sure, right? And I know, as I went up, I knew it was all wrong.
Yeah.
The back was kicked out, right? I was sideways, and I thought, no, bro, this is wrong. Jump off, no.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
Yeah.
So I thought, stick with it. I went down, right, bang. I did it myself. Yeah, I done the ribs, collarbone. This is out of retirement. Lung a lot. So yes, I was upside down. I didn't feel very good.
Yeah.
The 4 strokes are rubbish. No, it was a rider.
It's always the bike, Graham. It's always the bike.
It was me. I don't know. No.
We've all had them kickers on the end of jumps.
Also when the hacking, I hadn't seen hacking for 10 or 12 years, right? And I'm sat there with Brad and we're having a beer, and these big hands right on my face, right, on the back, right. They go, sugar and Bruce, right? Means hello, mate, right?
Yeah.
So I said, what? I knew it was him.
Knew it was him.
I told him, mate, I said, how you doing? And then, of course, then we sat down and proceeded to have a few more beers. And
yeah, reminisce.
then Brad took off, but the Harkin was fantastic. 10 years actually in full.
Was it?
Great time, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's a nice memory.
yeah, it's great.
That's nice to remember that.
Mm.
I've put, who were the best 3 riders you feel that you ever raced with, and why? So many.
Everybody has can ride better on that track or at that time. You've got the Dutch guys, well, so yeah, I mean Peter Hearns, Jeffrey's down, fantastic rider.
Oh right, was he? I didn't know that.
Don't hear a lot about him, obviously, you don't, but no, he was a good rider. So
Was he?
Well, he was very good, yes.
Yeah.
You got Band, you got Francis Wellens, you got. I could go back. There's something. And Jack for Wayne. There's it. You could go on. I really went back. There's some fantastic guys. You went practicing at the Lommel, right? So which is not a
Sand,
right? Yeah, but a public track there. Not
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And there'd be Andre Corin's got it, right, and he was on the Husky.
Yeah.
And he'd go at the start line, went the first big corner, and back again, right? That's what he done, right? And I thought, and he'd do that every day, right? On and on and on. And I said, all right, and I said, yeah, he said, perfect. I said, he didn't break into sweat when he was up there and ran the first corner, but that's what he wanted to do, right? But then you got him into the international races, he'd go really quick. It was funny, but he was a very, very funny guy. But Andre Marsan, he had some, trying to think some fantastic riders. Some black guys.
Yeah. It's hard to say after 3.
Yeah, of course.
I was watching a chap on Facebook. He sent me a DVD, and it was of 1987 500 World Championship, and it was the first round in Spain, and it was really muddy. And I noticed, obviously, I started watching it, and then you come up on an interview. So I suppose you was involved with the race team, or you were helping Merv Asti?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
What was that? So was you helping him as a rider, or was that team manager role? What was that? Was that?
I was trying to help Merv out.
Yeah.
And we were with the KTM team at the time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And yes, we were trying to do stuff, and it was a real muddy meeting, I know. And I think got 3rd or 4th in the first race.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it might have been second.
He had a good start, but he rode well. Don't we all?
Yeah.
So, I said, well, I said, forget that. I said, let's forget it's finished now. So now we're in race 2.
Yeah.
It didn't go so well, but
Yeah.
no, that's right. I'll try and help anybody out. So I don't know that.
Did you enjoy doing that type of role? Was that different? Like, do you enjoy that?
No, I didn't like it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it. But
Yeah.
I mean, when Carl numbers, Carl could ride motorcycle. So
Yeah.
yes, I mean, you got Stuart now. I mean, you got some fantastic people. I mean, I know. God, poor Dave Bicker's dead now, but know some fantastic people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go. I mean, I'm glad I was around at that time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When I raced, I think we're the best.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, maybe I'm rude saying that, but I think I do.
I agree. That was a hell of an error, that's for sure. Right. I got a couple of questions here for some of the guys that sent this in to me. 2 or 3 of them sent me the same question, actually. Quite a few people have asked me this question. So I hope you remember this. So, I had Jason Mann and Rob Dennis. Both asked me the same thing. What happened to you when you never turned up for the British GP at Hawkstone in 1984? Is that right?
Yeah.
What was that about? Do you remember that story, or?
I do.
I actually don't know about this, so
I do.
I'm interested to know.
Yes, I'm not with it enough. Yeah. I was coming to the end of my career, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not the end of my career. I just got racing, but no, as I thought, I can't. I was very rude.
Yeah.
To Rob. I mean, because Rob was a fantastic man.
Yeah.
Rob Spencer, obviously, but
Yeah.
I didn't go because I don't think I could have done it justice.
Okay.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go. I just didn't think I could do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And
As in, like, you feel you couldn't compete.
All the people that can turn up. I mean, when you get the people that turn up. I mean, when you go to Namur in Belgium, this makes me cry every time, but you go to Namur in Belgium, I mean, you got that the Rolls Royce banners every night. 30
Yeah,
amazing. I mean,
madness.
when I was there in '79, I could lead that race, whatever happened, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I would jump out the hole, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got the people that work all week, they spend waste their money, and then they go and see me. I mean,
Come and
they
support
don't
you,
see me
yeah.
like going fourth, but I want to be in the lead, right? So
Yeah.
I was going to lead that way around, right?
Yeah.
And that was it, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what I can get on, right? And I did. You jump that hole, and I said yes, right? I've got it now. And I mean, all the people were going nuts. I mean, yes, it was fantastic. But that's the sort of thing you got. That's a drive. But I mean, they're giving you support, so you're giving them what they want. It's not difficult. So, but that's what they want.
When you had actually just talking about that thing of saying the Rolls Noyce, who was that your idea or someone else's idea? I see it on the bottom of your pants, back of your pants. It's a pretty cool idea.
It's mine.
That's very cool.
It's mine.
Yeah.
I was flying back from America, I think, and I just saw. I was reading a magazine and a lot of Rolls Royce and all the advertising now, so I just penciled in N Rolls Royce. Okay, so and it worked.
Yeah,
so
that's very cool.
That went, it worked out well. But okay, fair enough. But I mean, everybody else had Hollywood. I mean, Andre had Hollywood on, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
When I mentioned him, I do apologise because Andre was a fantastic rider as well. And we had some great races. I mean, he was a fantastic rider, and then he went and done what he'd done, and unfortunate, but what can you say?
I think they're quite iconic, them bottoms with the Rolls Noyce on it. I think everyone's into that part. I had a question actually from Perry Leask.
Oh, right.
I remember him as a youngster when he was sort of one of the first ones on them 4-strokes old Perry. But anyway, he's asked Noyce about his brief spell on the Brian Leask Husqvarnas in the 125 GPs with Chris Clark.
Absolutely
Remember
fantastic.
that? Yeah.
Yes. That period was a bad time in respect as to. I mean, I was riding for Brian Goss at the time. A fantastic friend of mine, and yeah, brilliant support to me. Thank you very much, Brian. And it all worked out fantastic. But we couldn't get into the Grand Prix, so which I wanted to do. Right, so I think somehow I was talking to Brian Leask and Ray Barber, obviously a fantastic mechanic, and they said, well, he said you can do the 125 GPs if you want, right? And I thought, okay, so I jumped ship, which. Not the best thing to do. I didn't want to do it, but I got in a position where I could do the 125 Grand Prix. So, I mean, yes, there was. There was Chris, myself, and I mean, we went over on the boat. And we knew nothing what we were doing. I remember Brian putting another 600 quid right underneath the mat, right, in case we got lost or whatever. So there's extra money, right?
Yeah.
I mean. That sort of stuff. I mean, we didn't have no money for hotels. We were sleeping on jerry cans in the back of the van. I mean, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But the stupid thing was, I took the start in the first race, and it was so funny. Yeah, I did, and I thought it was a hard, chalky place, right?
Yeah.
In Cognac, I'll never forget it. My mum and dad come down, and my sisters, they Arcee, and I know Chris' mum and dad come down, right? Yeah. And they drove down to watch, and that sort of stuff. They slept in tents and everything else, but. No, I took the start and I thought, oh no. And there's Aki Watanabe, the guy, factory guy, the one, Suzuki, he said he will work out he was. But there's a big downhill drop right just before the finish. And I come in there way too quick, right? Yeah. But anyway, I dropped him right in the bottom. I thought, oh, fucking shit. Anyway, but the whole thing stayed together, right? And luckily I did. And the old French crowd went nuts, right? They thought,
they loved it.
The boy, right? He's jumping in the hole. But I thought, no, it was a big mistake. So the next lap I did half jumping, but I was leading the Grand Prix. I led it for a long time. Yeah. But I mean, they had 40 minutes there.
Yeah, back then it was a long
some
time.
Fantastic guys. I mean, so the Dutch guy, but there's loads of guys that with it, and but I was there for a long time. But we'd only done 3 minutes of it, so 4 minutes was a pain, right? Which I'm not making excuses, but I got a bit tired, so I didn't win it. But Ray Barber was on the side of the pit board, fantastic. I mean, it was great. I mean, just to do that for them, you know what I mean? I mean, he worked hard at 125. It was a production 125 Husky, but it went well. Yeah. And I think Brian, I mean, Perry, thank you very much. Yes, it went very well. And then, I mean, I never forget Brian, because I did go down to this is the Goslar train, went to Crawley to get in the van, the Husky van, to go to, I think it was Portugal or Yugoslavia, I'm not sure. Yeah. And Reen said, I haven't seen you, but I have, and you can't go to Portugal. I said, what do you mean? He said, the solicitor said, as it's like the affidavit or whatever, right? You can't, I've seen you, which I wish I hadn't done, obviously, so you can't go. So I didn't go to the Grand Prix, unfortunately.
That was a shame.
That was it, Cromwell, I was on my own.
Shame that.
There you go. No.
Right, we've got another ex-pro rider, David Campbell, Scottish motocross rider. Yes. David Campbell. He's put, Lee, ask Graham, what was it like having the late Rob Spencer as his mechanic, as Rob was my engine tuner in the 90s and was a real character in more ways than one?
Oh, fantastic man! Yes, he did work for me in Bilstein in Germany. Yeah, we went over. And we had a fantastic time. He obviously knows what Rob was like. He makes 45,000 flags, but he was a brilliant man. And yes, I think I had a 7th, 8th, or 8th overall. But it wasn't great. But it's a production bike. But we had a go. But no, fantastic man. Yeah, he could tune the bike.
What's these guys on about now? They're talking in the group. A couple of them have said, why was he called the rat catcher? And then Graham Milne put, did he catch rats? Smiling face. What's all that about?
Well, that is, yes, I used to work when I left school, yes, I did work for the council, right?
Yeah, okay.
As a rat catcher, right? Okay. They did say, but it's all about, I know exactly what I meant.
Go on.
I think I won a Grand Prix, right? And they said, of the rat. I think Chris Morris said it is a motorcycle. He said the rat catcher, or it's a rat catcher does well, right? But and I rang up and said, excuse me, I said, I was the rodent officer, right?
The rodent officer.
But yes, I did. I did used to catch rats, well, supposedly. But no. But no, I did go to Germany in the 125 Grand Prix, and I blanked it because I said to the captain, this I said, Neil, I said, okay, I can't come in this week. So I'm very ill, right? So I got to, I think it was in Germany or Czechoslovakia, I'm not sure, but went all the way out there, right? I've done well. Of course, Brian Crichton wrote in the local mag, right, the Evening Echo, right? Said, oh, Graham had done well in the Grand Prix. I thought, oh no. Of course, they saw that at the council, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing out there then? What? Oh, I thought you was ill. I said, I am ill. I said, but you're in Czechoslovakia riding a motorbike. I said, well, sorry. I said, but that's what I wanted to do. I did keep the job at that one.
That makes sense now.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
was like a rat catcher. What's that about? What's that digging up? So that Graham Milne, he's put any MX photographers, laugh out loud. Did you notice any and did you pose?
I know exactly where he's coming from. No, I did not, Mr. Milne. Keep your kilt on.
Yeah.
Very good man, Mr. Milne. Fantastic.
Everyone's put, what a guy, what a gent. Proper old school, love it. Right, yeah. Next question I've got here. What was that? Sean Graham. Does Graham still have bikes today? We touched on it a little bit. You said you had a Honda. Like his Championship 79 bike. Do you know where that is?
Yes, I do. Oh. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I wouldn't sell it to anybody else.
Yeah.
I kept the bike a long time. And I hope the man still got it in Peterborough.
Yeah.
But like you're just collecting dust, and then people came and saying, "Can you ride it?" And I did break once with the main brand went. It's lucky we did find one, but it was a shame. But hopefully the bike's still in the country, yes.
Okay, cool. And he's also put, he's asked a couple of things, well, 2 or 3 things. He's put, will he be doing any vintage races? And if there's a reunion meeting, will he come? I think he means, basically, we're talking about doing a reunion meeting, old schoolboy riders, BSMA, and then there'll be some ex-pros and pros, and Rob Herrings and a few said that they rock up, practice day on a Saturday, not interested in racing, but they'd rock up and show faces. Yeah, someone's put, would you come to it?
Yes, definitely.
That would be unbelievable if you did that.
I mean, Darren Hudson obviously is trying to put his meeting on for the final.
Yeah.
Right, so hopefully that will go ahead, and I'll go in it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we're talking like next year as well, so there's plenty of time before that. So someone said he
got time to get the bike ready.
Yeah, exactly. I'm giving you the time.
Oh, thank you.
So you can get it exactly how you want it before then. Yeah. Right, so Graham Milne, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's the former obviously TMX guy. He's described himself as the wee fat baldy man Scottish TMX guy. How much of an influence was Carla on you and why?
I think we backed up one another, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, Harkin was strong, right? Yeah. He was in his own. I mean, Anna Lee was a lovely lady. Yeah. I mean, we had a fantastic time. I mean, Harkin was. I mean, you can trust Harkin. And he knew he could trust me, right? And we had some fantastic races. Yeah. And we had some fantastic piss ups. I'll tell you that now. But, and that's as simple as that. I mean, his mechanic ran a few times. I mean, in Markelo, no, Apeldoorn, sorry, Apeldoorn, Holland, right? I'm now just coming. I've won the Grand Prix, so I'm just about to give my bike to my mechanic, right? And he's like, they're going to quick, hold it, right? So I have my bike again, right? Now, he's looking. Harkins like come in, which he did, right? Revved his flat out, got annoyed and jumped off it, right? So then my mechanic, right, has tried to catch it, right, with a clutch. And that way, but on the wrong side, but it did, but it took him out the tree, right? So, and that's of course not true. And I thought, which it might have been, he was a strong lad, but he did catch over it. Yeah. But Harkin always got angry when it wasn't jetted right. So, so that did happen. Yeah. And his mechanic, Tommy, he went, that old bike went through so many tents. I mean, he came one side, the bike went the other side when Harkin was angry. It was hilarious. But yes, I mean, we backed off on that. I mean, he was strong, he was brilliant, obviously. He was fantastic. And and we done our own thing. We were out practicing in Belgium one day, in Naruto, where Stefan was born with Harry. So whatever, but there's a real hard track, right? It's bumpy as hell, and there's all little cornwall and stuff. Things like old ashes I put.
Oh
there,
yeah,
right? And it's never been level, nothing.
yeah.
And I was there with a show of people, and I think Harkin was there with Kent and Lee, right? So, okay, yeah, and I went over to Harkin. I said, well, we both met funny enough. He's not the same conception as I was. He said, let's don't push it today. He said, this is bumpy. I said, exactly the same. I said, because I said, we'll push as much as you want. I said, but I said, give them the feedback. I said, this is hard. I said, Graham, he said, I know, right? So, hey, but we got along well. I mean, yeah, we could tear it up in 40 minutes, no problem at all.
Yeah.
I mean, one we kept hating me because I'd run out of petrol and leave it over, run out of petrol. But
you'd have to go and get it.
Yeah, but it went when I always did more than you had to.
Yeah.
If you've done more
beyond
than
the
40
car,
minutes, it was good. But no, we got along brilliantly. I mean, there's some fun. I mean, the Brad. I mean, there's a time when we had the party at his house, and you can tell some story about with his Gummer's dad. I mean, went up with a pool table, and I don't know how long he got.
He's the American, isn't he?
Oh yeah, of course. No, it was a fantastic times.
I've got a Dave Downworth. He's put, Graham, do you remember when you used to practice over Brown Down in the evenings on a Mako?
No.
Hmm.
Brown Down.
Oh, he's put Brown Down in the evenings on a Mako, practicing.
No.
James Millard's put, yeah, he's put, ask about Eric Gabor's welding story.
Well done, James. Yes. Yes, I was very fortunate to I mean, when I went to Belgium, I went to Belgium in the old transit with George Hutton, a very good mechanic. So we went over there. I had about £300 in my pocket. I had nothing. So and there's a place called the Hotel Prince, right, on the Lommel track, right, well, near it.
Near it, yeah.
Right, so I got hooked up in there, and the woman hated me, which obviously most people do. But I mean, how could I drive my boots out? I mean, I drove it on the radio, and it was like, I mean, the carpet was like stuff. So I mean,
wreck the place.
Well, no, we didn't wreck the place. So yes.
Yeah.
I paid for it, but luckily I got friendly with Sylvain Boers, right?
Okay.
He was a very good friend of mine. So, that's a good question, Joe. Yes, Sylvain was a very good friend of mine, so we used to go practicing. And then Sylvain, luckily, because we were the makers, he was going back to the Mako factory, so he said, come back to my workshop. I said, thank you very much. So, and they're very good ones. So yes, went back to Sylvain's workshop, and we got along well, and Sylvain liked me, so fantastic. So, fantastic man, he still is, and he's a lovely man, and he helped me out a lot. And this goes on with Harkin as well, but there is, Sylvain's got a fantastic workshop, right, and he's got a metal bench, right. So I'm in there one day, and I'm welding. I can weld, right. So I'm brazing up exhaust pipe or doing something, and all of a sudden, bang, right. So when you're welding, that's the worst thing you want to hear, right? Yeah. So of course, right. You've dropped the torch, right? Yeah. You've run over, right? You've done the gas bottles, right? Yeah. You've turned it all off, right? So I'm looking around. There's some little git, right, laughing his socks off behind me, right? It was Eric, right? I said, you little shit, right? Now I've chased him. This is so funny. I've chased him out the workshop, right? Now Sylvain had a big garden, right? with a big pond in it, right? And we've gone around about 15 times now. We're right? I've chased him. I've grabbed him in the end, right? I've got him. I've got him inside the pool. You little shit. I mean, it scared you to death.
He's proper angry.
You little bug. I said, I dragged him out, and I said, and go out and I said, apologise to him properly. He said, oh, Graham. I said, so I messed about. I said, yeah, messed about. I said, but it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But that workshop was so we had that. But then when Harkin broke his leg, I mean, Sylvain said, what's going on? I said, what? I said, don't worry about it. I said, it's all sorts. So we did. But then when Harkin broke his leg, we had he was in Mole Hospital, so he rang me up. He goes, can you pick me up? I said, yeah, no problem. So, but Sylvain, my van was away or for a service, I don't know, so the only car we had was a surveying board and a little Renault 5, right, so I went round to pick up Harkin, so I got him down, right, got him at the hospital. He goes, how am I going to get in there? I think we'll sort out, so I've shoved it back, we've done all sorts of, I've squeezed him in, right, I've squeezed him in this little Renault 5, so we've got back to surveying's house, right,
Yeah.
he goes, I did shit, he just suffered a little bit until he knew you, right? So you know shit, right? I said, hi, Ken. I said, okay, no problem. I said, through the workshop. I said, at the back. I said, there's a toilet, right? He goes, thank you. Now, getting him in wasn't a problem, but getting him out was fantastic. He was gone. I mean, he needed to go to the toilet, right? I don't apologise for swearing, but he had to go. As you do know, everybody knows he had an operation. Afterwards, you do need to go to the toilet. So, yes, he did. He was on them crutches. He was like a torpedo. He went through, he passed surveying board for a mile an hour, right? He went out through that workshop, right? And out the back, got in the toilet, right? And the old crutches there, the door's wide open. He was sat there. I said, all right, mate. He said, oh, fantastic. He said, fantastic. So, Harkin went through that. I mean, it's all been happening. It's been good. I mean, it's been great. Sylvain's dad was the funniest.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some fantastic. I mean, he used to come down every afternoon, 4 o'clock, right? Sit in a trilby on, sit with the tie on, right? Suited boot, and he was done. What? Right? Okay. Off he went. Now he's going to the bar, right, to talk to his friends about the motocross, right? And they get pissed off, right? Well, they had a few drinks, a few jars, so. But then he'd come back. I mean, I've seen this twice. There's me and Sylvain working in the workshop till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right, or more, right? Work on some stuff. And the old boy come back, tie's a bit screwed up in there, hat's a bit screwed up, and he was still going well. I said, right, yeah, so the thumbs up, and he'd go through there, but flat out, been on the Hoover up for a long, long time. It just went on every day, that was.
I've got a few people keep going on about a rowing boat. Have you ever been in trouble at a GP in a rowing boat? And then
Yes,
someone else put, yeah, come on.
Come up, yes.
Graham Milne, come on, yeah, enough about the welding story, get the rowing boat gig out.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Right, go on.
Well, yes, I did win the championship, and how can I say, I was worth getting a little bit inebriated with me, and a lot of money stuck in my top pocket, and
Okay.
about £5 grand I think it was, but anyway, but
Bloody
besides the
hell.
point. That's besides the point.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing but anyway. So I was with Pete Matthew, a very good friend of mine. Pete, great man, and a lot of other English guys, and obviously Bob Wright. So, good friends, stuck together, and well done, Graham. Yeah, fantastic. So have a laugh, and then okay. So then everybody knows there's the big river in the mirror, right? So okay. So no, not normal. Okay, we'll go across the other side. So all right, don't know. We're going to cross the other side. No, we've had a few jars, obviously. So there we go. Didn't even look, but bang, straight in. Yeah, and I'm not a best swimmer, but I had a bit more than a few. So, and luckily, Pete seen me. I was a bit struggling. So, Mr. Milne, thank you for funding that. This is so funny. And so, but I'm a bit drowning, so I'm not doing very good. So Pete is a very good. Thank you, Pete. He's a very good swimmer. So he can drag me up, right?
Yeah.
I think nicked the £5 grand in my top pocket at the same time, but no, he didn't. So anyway, he's got me across the other side. So we're over the other side, luckily, and Bob's over there, and then we've had a big. We've got to get back, right? So Bob said, "Not worry about that." He said, "We'll back, brought back, right?" So in his northern accent, which is unbelievable. So then we jumped to this little thing that's on the side, on this side, right? So we jumped there. Bob's going to dive, right?
Rowing away.
Oh, about 15 minutes. He's going to walk 4, right? I said, Bob. I said, we ain't going nowhere. Why? What's up with the thing, right? So in his northern accent, which I can't do, but he's a lovely man. So I said, we're towed on. We're chained on. So he's got real angry, so he's going to sort the boat. He's going to do. I said, no. I said, you're not going to do that. I said, well, the lights have come on at the house who owned the boat, right? Now, I said, no. I said, let's just scarp it now. He said, we're rule back. So he's got back in the boat, so we all got back. He said, we'll do it. I said, Bob said, you ain't going to do it, right? Pete's going, no, you ain't. So then we had to walk all the way down the other side to the next bridge. Then we got another few bars, right? Which wasn't a problem. I mean, we were just, it was
living life.
Work. So then it went back and back and back. And then we went up to the top and all sorts. But I mean, it was a fantastic time. I mean, that's the boat story. But Bob was brilliant on that. And Pete, thank you again. I've thanked him so many times, but thank you, Pete.
There's a Stephen Ruddock, and he's put, who was your favourite mechanic?
Oh.
Interesting one.
Francois Coffins.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the reason?
The reason? He was brilliant.
Yeah. Just really that good.
Yeah, I know I was with Bill when I won the championship, but I mean, to me, I didn't get Francois World Championship, which is so bad, but I mean, we were, and Francois was fantastic. I mean, he working 100 hours a week. That's why in the end we stopped with Honda, because it wasn't that they thought that I wasn't the man that they wanted to sign Andrew Romans, and I said to Francois, I said, what do you think? He said, Graham, he said, look, mate, so I'm not being rude. He said, we've had a great time. He said, we've had a good run, and he said, mate, so I'm doing over 100 hours a week now. I said, no. He said, I think I've had enough. I said, Francois, I said, no problem. I said, I'll double your money. I said, I'll pay. I said, where they give you? I said, I'll double it. I said, we can go another way if you want, right? No, he said, I think I've had enough. So we did stop. But no, that was no, it didn't go change. I mean, you look at, I rode an international in Holland on a Wednesday, right, with Gerard Ron, and I fell off. I think he won the first one. I was second. I fell off in the start of the second one, and something went round my back, right, and I had a real bad back, right, and I just dragged myself onto an airplane, right, that night. And I got back to Gatwick, and somebody picked me up. Anyway, got me home, and I was in agony. But anyway, that weekend was the weekend at Preston, right? So British Championship. So all you're thinking about is, I've got to get to Preston. Nothing else but, right? No matter what you've done, you've got to get British Championship. Yeah. I've got to be there, right? Simple as that. So now I've got a fractured bike out in the garage, right there. So every day I'm going out trying to get my leg on, right? Get on the bike. No, can't do it. So Saturday lunchtime, I'm out there, right? Still trying. I've actually got on the bike, right? But I was agony, right? But I got on the bike. That's good enough. So bang, 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 bang on the phone. Francois. Yes, Graham. I'm ready to go. Graham, don't come an idiot. He said, the bike's in parts, right? He said, just sprayed the frame. He said, the engine's in bits. He said, you know we do it. I said, yes, I do. I said, Francois, I want to ride. He said, tomorrow. He said, Graham, he said, Jesus. He said, all right, leave it with me. So he's grafting Andre Mano's mechanic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Gold, a fantastic friend of mine, and lives in Bournemouth. He's gone down the rail all out. I mean, they've all pulled together, and then Francois was thinking, right, I'm not going to get a big truck, Mercedes truck, across to the UK and up to Preston, like for the next day. So he's gone to the airport, or the Japs, the Honda have written him, they're in a car, right, a sight car, right? So he's trying as much as he can in the back of the car, right? He's gone to Preston. He's there at 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And I'm on the first one. I did. But
did you?
Yeah, that's
mad.
I mean, yes, I did. But
What a story, yeah.
That's always an agony, but
yeah.
That to me is, I mean, he uses his head, and he's a fantastic man. I mean, he pulls the strings, right? So, yes, I mean, no disrespect to Bill, obviously, but
yeah.
No, we Francois was top notch.
I've got quite a funny little story here from a chap that's in the group. He's just put, can he remember giving me a white power suspension bobble hat to a little lad at Matcham's Park when he was practicing? It was only some 38 years ago. I don't think he can remember that.
I can't remember tomorrow.
That's a pretty cool story.
No.
Actually, someone mentioned that about why did Honda hire is it Vrooman's in '84? They said while you were still kicking ass in the GPs in '83. How did that come about? You sort of touched on that a little bit.
It's a bit. Mr. Miyakoshi, this is another story. Mr. Miyakoshi was in St Anthony's. I won the first race, which clinched up the World Championship Honda. No problem. I wonder why Miyakoshi was there, because he was not normally should be there. Miyakoshi was the top choose man. Another guy higher than that, and I wonder who was there. And I thought, I think we're out here. But I won the first race. So Honda won the world championship. The manufacturers championship. I had a bad start in the second race, and I knew I could win it, and I just was coming from nowhere, right? And I was just going, and I was hitting everything so hard, and I was passing so many people. And I think I went in 5th place, and I hit this Bram so hard, I went end over end. I went in the crowd, I took the fence, everything right. I just hit it way too hard, and that was the end of that. So I picked it back up. Of course, I finished the race, but it wasn't good enough. And then he came over and he said, "We haven't got a contract for you next year." I said, "Okay." It wasn't the best thing I wanted to hear, obviously, but we've just done that. And then, what can you say? Yes, I wanted to stay with Honda. Of course I did. I mean, I was still on my toes, and I still was fit, and I wanted to do it. And Harkin was riding well, and there was some good lads. I mean, that's the place we won the championship, which was another with a fantastic time. Where Harkin won the championship. No, sorry, going back to the question. So then I did go to Chiswick to see Gerald Davison, a fantastic man. And he said, "We haven't got a contract." I said, "Oh no." In the meantime, I already spoke to Alec Wright, Kawasaki, and so I went from Chiswick to Slough, spoke to Alec, and we didn't get on. I mean, no disrespect to Alec. I mean, I spoke to Colin, the son, afterwards. We're in Italy, and he said, "Graham," he said, "You wouldn't have got on." I said, "Alec, I can't tell I know that." I said, "But that's besides the point." I said, "It didn't work." I said, "It wouldn't have worked." So no, that didn't happen. But the stupid thing was, Honda wanted to sign Vrooman's, right? But then, in the meantime, they knew, they had learnt I'd spoken to Kawasaki, so they, hang on a minute, so they got the ump, so then they come back on them, trying to get back on me. They hang on, you're back on, right? But in the meantime, I buzzed off on holiday. Of course, they weren't no mobile phones in those days, so they couldn't get on to me.
Yeah.
So I come back, then they're all like, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do." I said, "Listen," I said, "I've tried." I said, "You better go." I said, "I've done a deal with KTM now." I said, "No, which I can't get off and I won't get off, so, which I'd love to get off, but no, there you go." So yeah, I could have stayed there another 3 years.
So they actually tried to come back to you as well.
Yeah, they did. I mean, we had a great time with Honda. They're great friends as well, and they knew. I mean, we could do some stuff. And, I mean, I could work things out from. I mean, 4-speed, 5-speed blocks. I mean, Andre always wanted 5-speed. I said, "No, the 4-speed's better." And yes, it was better, and I worked on it, and it was better. So there's loads of stuff we've done. I mean, the hydraulic clutch I didn't like, but we'd done it because Harkin's clutch was lighter than mine, and that's so funny. I mean, yes, we had the Japanese Honda guy running in the Yamaha tent, putting my little fish things, right, and putting seeing what the tension was, right. And I'm going, "You can't do that." He goes, "I've done it now." And Harkins goes, "Carry on, you're all right, don't worry about that." Right. Of course, the Yamaha guys got revved up, so then the Honda man's running around with a blue house fly. I think he went the wrong end, he knew where he's going, but it's funny. So then we got a hydraulic clutch, but because I was one of those like this, but never mind, this sort of stuff happened.
Yeah. What went on? All right, I've got an Anthony Mitchell. I think he's a bit of a mega fan of you. He's got a few in here at once. He's put, "I've got about 3 million questions for this guy, But can you ask him, does he feel the love from everyone? And is he still surprised with all the new pictures that still keep appearing online from long-time fans every day, especially on Facebook? Do you get to see some of them?
Yes, I do.
What do you feel about that?
Well, it's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
still now, I
Yeah.
mean, for them to do that, thank you very
Yeah.
much. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, there's some things, I mean, the tracks you still see, and the pictures you do see, yes, it's fantastic. I mean, thank you very much, yes. I mean, there's loads of people that do put, I mean, I can't remember their names, but loads of people that do put a lot of stuff on there, which is fantastic, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I've noticed you've got a fan group on there as well, which I'm in, and that's pretty cool in there as well. Yeah. That chap actually mentioned about the 84 thing that you've just touched on, so that's that one. But he's also put, do you think you would have won the world title in 1980 if you hadn't have broke your leg?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Won the whole way a little bit.
In my head, I had 3 or 4 times to guarantee, on paper, I'd won. So,
yeah.
No question. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. I mean, even back as far as 76, right? I mean, on the Mako, which they were so silly. I mean, I was leading the Grand Prix in Finland, and the base got blue. I was leading in Italy, base got blue. Then they go back to the fact, you lost 2 races, yeah. So, on 76, I was on my toes. I was up on things I think it's doing, but it's a shame. 76 onwards, I was really cracking.
Yeah.
I mean, 78 when the first year on the Honda was bad, but then 79 went. But the year in 80, yeah, I was riding, and I wasn't even thinking what I was doing, but I was going so quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember going in. Cincinnati was the first big international year, right? And I remember there, and I'm winning it, and I passed, cars makers or segments, I can't remember. I was flying, and I thought, Christ, you know. No, I was really motoring. I mean, it's a very, very hard track.
Yeah.
Yes, I was riding well.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking what I was doing.
Yeah,
I was riding
it's coming easy, yeah.
And then, of course, it went upside down, but there you go.
Yeah.
What can I say? That's besides the point.
Yeah.
One time, but there you go.
Yeah. When you look at sort of guys, like you said, you mentioned earlier, even Kurtz, they could have had a few titles and then didn't end up with one, a lot of second places. It's lots of ifs and buts, isn't there?
Well, of course, yes. I mean, Brad should have had more, but there you go.
Yeah.
Harkin, I mean, but just we're all there, we're all racing hard, and we're all trying hard. But I mean, that was hard stuff. I mean, it was no, but those 500 hard work, but they were good.
I've also got Daniel Adams put, did Graham ever crash his van into a pool, pissed the night before the race, and slept in it the next day, a race day? I don't know what that's about. Do you know what that was about?
No.
Did he ever crash his van into a pool? I presume he means a swimming pool. Don't know what that was about.
No, sorry, I can't help you that one. No. A lot of other stuff, but
yeah.
a few Mercedes and a few. Not Mercedes, no.
I got another one from a Terry Ward. Actually, I think it was Terry that gave me the DVD about when I said about with Merv. What was your view on the Fox and Hounds Newbury?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I think the old track was brilliant. I mean, yes, it was a good track. I mean, it wasn't a technical track. It was a track that flowed. So I mean, Vic Allen went there very well. John Banks did as well. But no, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Right, what else do I have on there? Scott Sims put, what was the craziest thing that you got up to before or after a GP?
Not before. After. How long you got?
Yes.
No. That'll be in the book.
That'll be in the book, yeah. I've heard about this. This needs to happen, this book.
Yeah, well, it can do.
There's a few books around at the minute, but I mean, who wouldn't get the Graham Noyce book?
No, I can write some stories.
I just imagine you could.
You'd have to have two. You'd have to have 2 books.
Yeah, a few
The good
books.
one and the bad one.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the stories, I should imagine. Yes, who's the best hole shotter you've ever raced with? Laughing from Stephen Ruddock. You were good at the starts, were you? Well.
I was okay. I could never work the American game. That was my biggest problem. Yes, I was okay, but no, of course, Stephen put this in. Stephen Merrick. Stephen's in it.
Yeah.
And obviously his brother Kevin, because he beat me down at Farley Castle. I know he did. Not a problem.
Yeah. Someone's put, how about the stories in France with Chris Stone and Neil Hudson?
Oh. Well, Chris Stone is Chris Stone.
Yeah.
I mean, Neil's fantastic. So,
Yeah.
we've had some great times. I mean, that's on the twin shot stuff, yes. We've had some brilliant times. I mean, don't get me wrong, still now. I mean, nothing's normal.
Mm.
I mean, something always goes wrong. Well, it's always good fun. That's for sure.
Someone's put, did you spend much time in Japan before the end?
No, but I did. I've had some good, some funny times in Japan. Yes. We were there practicing testing one time. Sorry. It's when they first put the single shock out, and we were on this golf course, and I was going around this track on the twin shot, going around, and there's a little corner I didn't like. I thought, no, this is not a real muddy bit. I thought, what's the point? I keep going around there. I'll cut it off. So in the meantime, I got back on the single shot. So
yeah,
I thought I cut that corner off. Of course, I come back. Of course, the Japanese go, oh, what? 5 seconds quicker. Fantastic, right? I said, no, boys. I said, I've cut the corner. What about? But no, I didn't cut the corner on purpose.
Yeah.
It's no point going to this really muddy corner. You just had to testing. So then I went back to I've done the money bit over the day. It's still way quick, but that is what.
Someone's mentioned. Can I mention the Carla Christmas tree? The Christmas tree story. Someone's put.
Whatever you want. Is that Millard?
Yeah, and again, Graham Milne's got on that as well. He's put, yeah, the Christmas tree story.
Oh well. Yes. Whatever. I mean, we every year. I went to Sweden cross country skiing. Right?
Yeah.
Langnau, and very hard stuff. It was brilliant. So, and I like seeing Harkin and Hockey was fit as a flea. He was very, very fit. So
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I know. We were at Yellows, was Goldberg's right house, which is Harkin's partner, right? For the Yellows, the clothing company, and and yes, Red Top, who was Torleif's mechanic at the time. Or no, sorry, or after, but he'd been with fantastic mechanic, and
yeah.
I mean he cut one day and all his hair fell out, so he had a wig, right? But no, it's not very nice. But and so he's got a little bit knee brain, so we will worry about. So Huggins, so Red Top decides to do a bit of dancing, right? But he's got his clogs on this wooden table a glass table, right?
Okay.
Right, glass table. So Harkin goes, Red Top, get on, right? No, so he carried on. He goes, excuse me, you better go off. So he does Red Top off, so no problem at all. But then Red Top thought, solid, I'm going back on there. So Red Top decided then he go back on dance on the glass table. Harkin had enough this time, so he takes him to the door, because of course they got the long stairs. He's whacked him. He's gone down through the. He's finished, so he's knocked out. Forget him. So then, end of the evening. So there's Harkin and the Leroy all have a dance, right? End of the night, fantastic. Been old hangs on and that sort of stuff. So Harkin's getting us closer to a Christmas tree, right? So and we're all dancing, jigging about, falling about and doing all sorts of stuff. Harkin goes, hang on a minute. I knew what was going to happen. The window opens, right? Up comes the tree. Straight it for the window. Lights on the lot, right? I laughed my socks off. He said, that got my way. I said, yeah, it probably did. I said, he's gone. I said, then the tree's gone. I said, I'm going home and I said, forget me. I said, no. So the tree went out there, no problem. Yeah, we've had all sorts there.
Another one, someone's put, did you ever get in between a Norman Barrow and Bob Wright?
Well, Norman Barrow, obviously a fantastic rider, come from up north, and but what I do know very well.
Yeah.
In what way? On the track?
Don't know. That's what he's put. Graham Milne put that, so I don't know if he knows the story of getting in between them. What does he mean by that?
It probably would have been Cumbria, Cumbria. Some of that. That was a good track. That was.
Someone's put. Did you look after the slower riders in GPs, and if you did, why and how? Slower riders? What does he mean by that?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
If not being big, obviously, but
Yeah.
when you put it lap on, I mean, they waved you by. I mean, not a problem. I mean, no, I didn't. I mean, yes, I did. I mean, they weren't a problem. I mean, they come in the barbecues, I give them tyres, whatever. But it wasn't a problem, was it?
No.
Probably did. Yeah.
Is there any one I was going to ask you? Is there any riders that you enjoy watching race now that you actually enjoy watching?
Now.
Like this day and age, is there any guys you like watching?
No. Jeffrey, yes.
Yeah, Jeffrey Herlings, yeah.
I mean, when he pulled 9 seconds back on Tony in Argentina, mate, when I watched that 15 times, I mean, the way he pulled that back was amazing. I mean, yes, the guy is fantastic. I mean, the way he rides around, so I mean, but don't get me wrong, Tim's doing a fantastic job this year. And Tim is definitely, he has done, I mean, it's all gone stop now, but
yeah.
I think they've got him on the toes. I do know they are practicing, but I shouldn't have said that. But yes, Jeffrey is definitely one to watch. I mean, you've got to realise how quick that guy is. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, what he. I mean, yes. I mean, of course, Tony's still quick. I mean, I think Tony's on his edge now.
Yeah.
And I think Jeffrey is, but I mean, the speed that man has got.
Yeah.
Is impeccable. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it was in Volkswagen years ago when he was on the smaller class.
Yeah, MX2.
You know,
Yeah.
bang, 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 straight down both, right? Yeah, right. But that's what's going to happen when you go in that speed.
Yeah, if you come off, you're going to get hurt. Yeah.
And he's going well.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim's got his place now.
Yeah. He's 10 guys. Yeah.
I mean, he's proved that.
Another talent. Yeah.
I think he can. Yes, I think he can get it. I mean, Honda's good as well. Honda's very strong. I mean, I think the KTM's had an advantage. But Honda's come back. I mean, I mean, when you watch it, I mean, when I love the sound, when you watch Jeffrey in the, I mean, he's jumping 4 holes at a time. He's on his toes. I mean, he's going well. I mean, and then Tim's doing very well as well.
I'm just trying to go through some of these questions. David Thompson put, Graham, tell us about when you competed with the superstars in the 80s. Do you think you could have beaten Brian Jacks at the dips if you pulled your finger out?
That was, well, let me explain the situation. we just finished the Grand Prix and I went on a solid 2 month piss up, right? Yeah. There's nowhere of a lie. So then they go, oh, you're doing the superstars. So, yeah. Well, I'm not going to do very good in that. Anyway,
Yeah.
As I goes down, I see David Vine and all the people like, and I thought, I said, Brian Jacks, yes, he was there. He had his trainers. And, I mean, I had nobody, so I didn't care. I mean, I did beat him on the bicycle, tried to, but yes, a bit. I just treat it as a bit of fun. I mean, yes, no, I couldn't have been in the dips, no. Obviously, no.
Yeah.
But he was used to train, but that's what he done. I mean, yeah, no.
Paul Spagagni's got a question. I'm thankful to him. He was the guy that was outside chasing around for me. He knows this area, so he was making calls trying to find out where you were. So thanks to him. But he's got a question as well. Is the rumour true that after winning the 79 World Championship, Graham was the Britain's highest paid sportsman?
I wouldn't know. How would I know? I mean, I don't know what Barry got or James got. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't make no difference. Money does make no difference, does it?
Yeah, you can clearly tell from you that's not part of what you were doing. Yeah, yeah. Someone's put Craig Mav Parker. Does Graham have any memories or stories of the late great Dennis Slaughter?
Slaughter. Yes. Dennis. Fantastic man. That's funny because funny you say that because Jean, Bill's wife, asked me right the other day because she thought it was Dennis Sly who'd been staying with me for some time. He's still around, but Dennis had died, right? So Jean put in, sorry, Graham, over Christmas because the poor Dennis has died, that sort of stuff. No, it's that Dennis Stratton had died. So, but no, Dennis, he would come always to the race with a tie on, his wellies on, suit on. Looking best. No, Dennis is a great man.
Someone's put, what's Graham's favourite drink?
Water.
Water, yeah. Someone's put, the Hurlins in Evert's youths have their father's genes. Do you think to do well? Hurlins, obviously. Young Everts will be the next big thing too. Don't know if you've seen...
Liam.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm sure with Harry and Stefan, yeah, I do know him well. I do know him very well. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I would have thought they'll put him in the right direction and put him on the right bike. And,
Yeah.
you know, he's going to be. Yeah, I'm sure he will be.
Yeah. Someone's put, Paul Butler. Did Graham enjoy watching his sister Joanne racing?
Yes, I did.
How long did she race for?
3 or 4 years. I think we had a little Honda. I brought back from 75. I brought back in a box for her from I was in LA airport, and the coon goes, I'm sorry, the coloured gentleman said, you won't get that one go through on the as hand luggage.
Yeah.
So it just scuffled on this bar, right? So I got it on his hand luggage. So the whole motorbike in a box, right? So I then got back to Heathrow, and everybody's got to stand round the conveyor belt, right, real close. I'm trying to drag this box off, right? I'm struggling, so I got that. So I got that on the trolley. I got my riding gear on, right, and I've got a bag on top of that, right, which I never got closed, but anyway. So I'm trying to push this up through the green lane. Okay, we're going to go through. That's it, push straight through, right? Nothing to say, thank you. Oh, right. It's just, you know, have underpants and off we go.
I got a David Downsworth. He's put, Graham, did you like Matchams and what did you think of Matchams Park?
Loved it.
Yeah. Was it? Because obviously it's quite sandy, wasn't it? It's 'cause it's down this neck of the woods as well, isn't it?
No problem. Yeah, it's good.
What did you think of Mike Brown and Kurt Nichol at Farley last year? They were superb. What did you think of it?
Cheating. There's upside down forks on. No, that's wrong. Sorry. No, I mean, no. I mean, they're riding very, very well. I mean, if you're riding 5 days a week, you've got to be riding well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to. If we had the climate, and that, yeah, I would do it definitely. Yes, no, they're Kurt, yeah, they're all riding very well.
Yeah, still very fit guys. Do a lot of practicing.
Like matchstick. They don't eat something.
Yeah.
they look very good. Yeah.
Still very professional, aren't they? Especially Kurt. Still seems very driven.
Yeah, of course he is. Yes.
Yeah, very driven.
It's a shame. He didn't do what he did do.
I've got a Kev Marshall. He's put, Mum still talks about when you stayed at our house after a caution presentation and ate our Sunday chicken sat on the washing machine.
I was like, was it raw or cooked?
I don't know if it's cooked.
Probably not.
No.
Oh, I don't know, probably, yeah. Cheers, Kev, thank you. But they were fantastic times, yeah. Kev Marshall, I mean, sorry, I should have mentioned him. I mean, Kev Marshall, I mean, fantastic. He's a great rider. There's, I mean, his son now, he's riding very well. But there's so many people, you know, and I forgot to mention, I do apologise, but when you're down, I mean, so many people have fantastic times. So yeah, I do apologise if I forgot your name, but great times and those memories. Yes.
Graham Milne was the machine on spin. Someone's also put Paul Dunford put, fair play Lee and Graham, I've walked the dog down the river and come back and you still going. Happy days.
Kept talking rubbish.
Someone's put, what do you remember of the Rickman days?
Well, Don and Derek, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you had Neville Gosling, you had Rick Lloyd, you had Dave Keynes, fantastic people. I mean, they all taught me stuff down there. Fantastic, yes, great people. I mean, Don and Derek. I mean, I was at Glastonbury one day on a 460 Husky we had, and Don said, "The elastic start, right?" And Don said, "As soon as you see that movie, you go, right?" So, well, I was there all ready to go, and I saw elastic go, but the gate didn't. I think it was Rob Taylor at the end.
Yeah.
Come and hit the elastic. Well, I was gone, right? Now, I've got my neck, right? So I've gone, like, say, 70 yards, right?
Yeah.
And it pulled me off the back of the bike.
Mm.
And then, so I got back on, staying all right. Then I come back, and then Don goes, well, only when it goes up, he said, I said, "Boy, so I was trying to move." I said, "You got to go." No, they're fantastic people. No, they helped me a lot. Very, very good.
Someone's put, can you ask Graham what was the best GP bike he ever rode and what CC was it?
No, I didn't like a ride in the 250, but I was
No.
500's got to be the one.
Yeah.
I didn't like 250.
Was the 500 Honda the best one?
Yeah.
Yeah. We sort of touched on it a bit earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can. I mean, yeah, it wasn't the easiest bike, right?
No.
But it was the bike. I mean, Hawkstone Park, yeah, you could let that one burn off, it would go.
Yeah.
When you went to Farley, it was hard work, it was hard, grass on top.
Mm.
Italy, it was hard work. But no, that thing with Floyd, Hawkstone was good. Massive was good.
Someone's put, what did you think of Hawkstone Park? Good. What did you actually think of that track?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Someone's put, Georgie Waters. It's been an absolute privilege to be privy to this. Watching from Preston. Laugh out loud. Lovely conversation. Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
There's been so many
Just
messages.
me.
So many messages. What a top guy. What an absolute legend. What a pleasure to listen to such a legend speaking. Always talks straight. Always says it how it is. Someone's put proper old school motocross. Love them days.
Exactly. That's what it should be.
Is there any, before we go, is there anyone you want to mention? Oh, hang on, who's put that? What do you do, the Manx in the Isle of Man? Paul Dunford. What does he mean by that?
You're not a man.
Would you do the Manx in the Isle of Man?
No. No. I don't make myself a road race.
No. No. Someone's put, you told me, as Daniel Adams put, you told me at Hampshire meeting that you still have a new helmet in a box, same as you had on when you won the World Championship. Is that true? No. No.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
I'll give everything away, to be honest with you.
Here, we had a conversation about that earlier. The amount of stuff you've given away, an absolute fortune. Guys trip over for that stuff.
They've got it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to charge.
Quite a few people have put big thanks, guys. Mick Nurse put big thanks, guys. That's made my evening. Been tremendous to listen to such a legend. James Millards wrote something else again. Is it true that you made...
Fuck off, Millard.
I know, he keeps popping up with these...
Yeah, he just done it right.
I know. Is he outside? Is it true you just made your bump start girl redundant? What he means by that? Do you know what he means by that?
No. Not really, no. No, I don't know.
He's also just put, well done, Lee, Burt and Burt, top jod.
Oh, your bump start. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Well, yeah. He knows, yeah.
Is there any, before we go, is there any one you want to give a mention to? Any sponsors? Graham Mills put, total legend and helped me have a fab career in the sport. Thank you. He's also put, so I don't know if he's going to follow that up with something.
Yeah, probably.
He's put James Shush.
No. There's, I mean, obviously, like, mean, you go back. I mean, Nick Harris. I mean, you got who's a fantastic commentator. I mean, you've got of course Graham Milne. I mean, Lynn Nicholas. I mean, fantastic photographer. I mean, there's people that I know. I mean, when I've got my phone, I mean, you speak to them. There's loads of people you can mention, right? And I do apologise if I don't mention your name, but there's loads of people. I mean, how can you not? I mean, everybody that I've met, I've come across, fantastic, You're all friends.
Someone trying to ring me at the same time.
No, it's been a fantastic cycle. Hi Karen, hope you're still watching.
Well, it's been an absolute honour to be able to speak to you today. Obviously everyone's clearly massively people on here tonight, all night, trying to talk to you. So I appreciate all them guys coming on. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. To the people that haven't on Facebook, I'll be able to save this and put it on YouTube so everyone can reminisce about all the stories that have gone on tonight, and you can check it out further on. So, massive thanks from me to you, Graham. Much appreciated. Been an awesome night. Really appreciate it. Thanks ever so much. Can you give everyone a wave signing off? Mr. Graham Noyce.
No problem at all.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for giving your support to me over the years. Thank you. I mean that.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Graham. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Speak to you all soon.
Much.
Top man, Graham.